How petty is Lestat to do that? How petty? And where does it end now? What is the bar between just like, oh, I could have been better, and no, you need to be taught a lesson for that. Basically, his actions should have been kind of like a warning. Like, if any of you are coming through the opera, you should be good, or this will happen to you. I thought he was gonna jump down and massacre everybody. That's what I thought in that moment when he was standing up there. But also, you should realize he does have finesse on these things, and he's not that stupid to lose control in that like environment. The full length watch alongs are on the Patreon. Patreon is weeks ahead. Please join the Patreon and support. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, get you the video. Thank you. Let's go ahead and watch. Dubai. Is my very nature that of the devil? What a question. Confronting your inner self, your inner demons. Ooh. Look at that food that just passed.
It says that the man who designed it did so after the Place de
Rouge in Paris. Used to be called the Place d'Armes. I prefer that, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
He's not paying attention.
Do you ever think that we, that's to say our kind, were put on Earth for a larger purpose?
The proverbial we.
We can eat animals and be okay. Rats, cats, cattle.
It's not
Is
the same.
okay what you desire, Louis?
I desire blood as much as you do. Should we be more selective?
Define your terms.
The worst of them.
And how would we go about determining that?
Read their minds.
Hunting is pure instinct.
$18 in the dresser. She ain't never gonna miss it.
Stealing from his mother for a new suit.
Petty larceny.
Starts with a suit. What's that I hear?
Cheating.
Ah, yes, it's the angel of starvation passing over us.
Oh, these stupid people. Everybody's so stupid.
Him.
Why?
He steals from unfortunates, breaks into tenements.
And does that meet your satisfaction? Well, go on. Use your criminal biscuit. See how it tastes. Eat before your reason or his heart fails us.
Oh, not the cat. Not the cat. That cat is gonna tell other cats.
Good news, honey. An invitation to the Dogtown Bowl.
Come on, Renee Zellweger. That's not her.
You're ashamed of what we are.
Maybe I'm just pondering what I am.
For the infinitesimal time. You're a vampire.
Could you not use the word in my place of business?
Louis de Pontelac, the Dark Prince of Iberville.
He's saying that there are many ways, there are more than one way to be
Antoinette Brown and I will be here. Oh,
a vampire. Oh, he's gonna have his claws in her.
I don't want to kill people anymore. There it is.
Oof.
A fish that doesn't swim.
Right, the number
A
one.
bird refusing flight.
A moral vampire.
You're going to struggle. I fear for the feline population of New Orleans. Your pianist has lost his passion.
What?
Mr. Martin, your talent is immense, but your mind is elsewhere.
Ooh.
People didn't come here to hear you jabber, Mr. Linecourt.
Well, they didn't come here to hear you play either. Otherwise, you'd be in a concert hall and there'd be fewer prostitutes.
Oh!
You can pretend you're a vegetarian. I can pretend the fool.
I can pretend the fool. Yo, he was sassy tonight.
Be my guest.
The way he sort of like
For our boys being shipped off to Europe,
saunters.
know your enemy.
Is it sit down with that miss? Oh, hell no!
That get your dick wet, gents.
Regularly miss, Mr. Martin. What you hear is genius.
All I hear is a man that's never gotten his dick wet.
Get him. Oh, here we go. All right now. He does know what he's doing. He's about to become the next meal.
50 years later, you talk like he was your soulmate. Like you were locked in some fucked up gothic romance.
The tapes are an admitted performance. Half a century later, allow me my odyssey.
Toss it in the trash.
Now who's performing?
The dramatics. Oh. For real. Yeah, I wanted to hear those tapes.
Talk like you
That's
play, Mr. Lee.
Lestat filled in for Jelly the next night.
Oh.
The frolicking repeated itself every
All right.
night for 2 weeks while I tried to adapt to my new diet.
God. Ew.
We had a good run, but I did it for Louis. I do everything for Louis.
Yeah, I
full
heard
out.
that about you too.
Oh?
What did you
What
hear?
have you heard?
I'm not a gossip.
But I am.
Well, people at the Azalea, they say you're confusing me.
Oh, she thinks he's gay.
Oh, come now. What do the employees at the Azalea say about Louis and Lestat?
I'll answer with a question. Are there 2 beds upstairs or 1?
You want to find out?
No one goes upstairs, Miss Brown.
People are
Well,
talking.
there's my answer.
Still, what do you imagine confines us to a single note?
She's so extra.
Your blouse is soaked in champagne.
Ugh, God.
I'm hungry. Think I'm gonna get something to eat.
Is the animal market still open?
Oh.
Enjoy yourselves. It's the purpose of living.
Yeah, what he's getting from the rats and his cats and stuff is just not enough. No matter how much he takes.
So you didn't kill her?
No. She has talents.
Like we talked about.
Are not enough? Don't laugh.
That he's jealous.
No. You have some squirrel on you.
No, don't.
We'll be together 10,000 nights. From time to time, I like a little variety.
Oh. What's that fruit salad?
So I can fuck whoever I want.
Of course. As long as you come home to me. Of course.
Open relationship official.
While the domestic front simmered on diet and sanctioned infidelity,
Okay, we're following someone.
There's a gentleman asking for you, Mr. Dulac. A man in uniform.
What I say, Mr. Anderson? The war's coming knocking.
It's that guy at the beginning, the soldier.
We the point Dulac.
Oh, here we go.
how long has it been?
Like a hawk.
Staying forever. Look like you already rose up. About a fair amount.
Done all right.
Done all right. You want all this? Sign me up for done all right.
And that's what it comes with.
You ever think about those old days when we were a kid?
What happened? That look. Something happened.
Wait till you see my pretty automobile.
He's the point Dulac.
It's taking him home. Oh, here we go. The look he gave Lestat right before this too spurred him on a little bit.
Ain't aged a day since I seen you last.
That's the moonlight line is off.
He is glowing.
Why I signed up is I kept hearing something about something they call European sensibilities. They care less what you look like or who you looking at.
Who you looking at?
Yeah, I got someone.
I figured as much. No ring on your finger?
Not a woman. But we kind of have this agreement.
Relationship.
One of those you can drive out to the bayou kind of agreements?
Here we are.
Good fit. It's uniform.
You're right here.
Oh, it's the moonlight.
Spicy. There is chemistry. I can always tell when they start looking at the lips and not the eyes anymore. Okay. See where your eyes are. It's a bog in here. Where there's a will, there's a way. The heart. He hasn't been super intimate with anyone outside of Lestat, like without Lestat being there, right? Does he even know how he's gonna get? Yeah. Biting into himself? What does that do?
How was your night?
Fine. Yours?
Fine. Shall we have a night out tomorrow?
I was gonna go see Grace and the kids, keep up appearances. How about after?
Fine. Lock us in, would you?
Lock us in. Look at how their relationship is beginning to turn. Boots. Swamp.
Many streets
Kill.
in New Orleans weren't paved at the time.
Did he kill Miss Brown?
Mud on his boots could have come from anywhere.
Was it raining that
Oh,
night?
he was watching him. He was watching him.
I figured as much. No ring on your finger?
Not a woman.
He's there.
Did it rain?
It was swampy.
I got someone.
Oh.
I don't remember now.
The Odyssey of Recollection.
Right. So maybe he came to watch.
I would meet Jonah decades later. You're lingering, Rashid.
Apologies, Mr. Dulac.
Rashid is always there in the corner.
Seeing my invitation got lost in the mail.
You want to come around, you come around when people are awake.
It's barely dinner time. I don't want to make a fuss.
You're not welcome in this home.
I own this home. I'm the executor in charge, so welcome don't matter.
The devil walks at night.
The devil.
What's going on out here?
I got you girls some paper dolls.
Go back inside, son.
Son, I'm your son.
Let me handle this, Mama Dulac.
We don't.
Lou.
Came here to
They're
see
afraid
Be
of
careful,
you.
be careful.
That's why you didn't get invited.
Oh, Louis. Louis.
There he is.
The devil.
There he is.
Grace.
Get out!
I'll never see you in the same way again. Never. Especially those kids. You'll always be the Babadook to them. And that's why he stays away. The debauchery of it all.
Well, shoot them in the rear.
What do you think?
Oh, I thought we could have an orgy. You can fuck them and I can eat them. Miss Bricktop wanted you to have this.
I think she's on to us.
What? Temporary closure notice is the new bill. Is out.
Get him out of here.
Well, now that I know you have a type, I thought you'd be pleased.
Let's start.
He's doing the most. The stat. Is he gonna incept them all? Yo, he incepted all of them. Mind control. That's wild. Oh! No, now he's just showing off. When he could have literally just said, get out. Oh! That's chilling. Yeah, that's a lot of focus.
Oh joy, oh boy.
Is that blood coming from his ear just now? And he looks drained. He looks pale.
I knew you were there.
Yes.
You jealous?
Yes.
He was
I don't
there.
like sharing.
What about Antoinette?
It's different. I don't have feelings for her.
I heard your heart stamping! You watched the whole thing like some creeper! And then I watched you pull over and drain a dog! This is not a life! That's because you took my life! I lost everything. I lost my brother. I lost my family. About to lose the last fucking thing I care about.
My God.
Oh, so you just starting with the color businesses then?
It does appear businesses run by white gentlemen are thriving.
I tried to persuade the city council.
I'm sure you did.
Still clinging to his Creole heritage like a life raft.
We're all hurting. As if we're supposed to turn New Orleans into Topeka.
What is he thinking?
I'll be happy to buy the property back from you.
Get out.
Say
15%.
15 cents on the dollar.
Yeah, 15. He's still mad about that.
When your mother sees the devil in your eyes, am I from the devil? Is my very nature that of the devil?
I don't.
I'm gonna speak for the girls and say as minority owners, that's a stupid fucking business plan.
The state I was in. You put up a sign like that, you're inviting chaos.
Yeah.
And the hubris on display caused me to neglect my thirst.
That one needs to get his hand broken again.
And in neglect, my thirst grew hotter.
What broken windows?
And I was through struggling.
It's gonna feed again.
We have families and service members nearby, and it's for their concern.
Rats, cats, dogs would no longer suffice.
Get him. All right. Wanna talk shit? Get ready. Get bit. He's always been a thorn in Louis' side. Yeah. What were you saying?
Breaking into my home is one thing. Making me drop my attitude. You're here to threaten me, I suppose. You think I have a vendetta against you, against your race? Think that if you must. Storyville is the sinking ship. But that's your problem, Louis. Always has been. You're arrogant. You haven't accepted your place in this world. And the weird goings-on in your sodomite townhouse won't change the fact that you're a tiny man flying too close to the sun. And that's what I am, Louis. The sun. Walk away.
Are you done? Oh, you done?
Why's your heart beating so fast?
Everything that's been done is legal.
Are you scared? Why are you worried? Oh.
There's a harder way of doing this.
Oh.
I'll let you reload.
Let you reload. I'll let you reload. Oh!
I'm arrogant. Maybe I am arrogant. What are you?
The devil. I'm a vampire.
Oh! 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 On top of the whites only. Oh, chaos. Yo, chaos. Chaos. He just started a war.
I must confess, I'm very proud of you, Louis. It goes against much of my teaching, but you managed to execute it with such aplomb.
He likes the style.
So that torturous death was for your people? That garish display of his body like some public art piece was for your people?
I didn't see this coming.
Did you not feel pleasure as you carved him up?
Maybe you saw it coming and didn't stop me. Maybe you went quiet on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
You did what you did because it gave you pleasure.
Your true nature.
Companion of the dark gift, finally. We should make this our anniversary.
Yo, he is Mephisto. For real.
So as I said, toss them into circumstance, they go for the throne.
And that's why you and me ain't ever gonna work. That's why you're always gonna be alone.
Oh, that cut deep. That cut deep. That was savage. That was savage of Louis. Knowing how that means what that means to him.
Please let me help. Don't help. Just run.
Like you've helped enough.
I could not save the Azalea. I could not save Storyville. But I could save her. My light. My Claudia. My redemption.
Claudia. Okay, this is someone new. I was so confused. I was like, wait, that's not his sister. That's not their house. This is introducing some like a new person for him. My Claudia. I want to see the name of the other actor because I keep on saying Lestat. I want to know his name. Jacob Anderson, Sam Reed. Sam Reed. Okay, Sam Reed. So I can refer to him by name. Listen, I've been talking about Jacob, and Jacob is doing such a good job. I have to talk about Sam Reed on the show. I haven't seen his name yet, so now I can fully say his name. Sam Reed's performance on Interview with the Vampire is just exceptional. My God, when he was screaming about, I think it's not always about screaming. It's not always about the big dramatic moments. It's not. It's not all about that. But I think sometimes we, uh, you know, kind of hold back praise from those moments because they're always, anyone can shout and scream. But it's just the how ferocious he is, like a wild animal, which is that true nature, that being a vampire. He says, like, let your be unbridled by not these rules of humanity, all these things that you keep back in. This is kind of the speech he gave in the church when he was before the transformation about Louis unleashing himself, all the things that he had put down, all the ways. There was a comment that there was sort of a moment that in the first episode where they went to the opera and Louis was talking to his family and they mentioned they had gone to the opera today and he was like, oh, I was bored, it wasn't interesting. And then later on, and you can see sort of Lestat kind of stiffen a little bit and like, and then we find out later that that was a lie, that he was crying, was bawling at the end of the performance, and he truly enjoyed it. But he didn't want to pass off as this person who enjoys those things. So he sort of kept it to himself. Okay, how would that look? And it was this whole thing of you have to stop caring about all of this, all of the things you keep inside of you, that you're so much more than what you portray. A lot of the first episode of what was him talking about portraying strength, how he sort of attacked Paul in the street to show that he's that person, he's this strong man, but he's so much more layered than that. There's so many sides to him. As we can see now, he's so much softer than that personality he showed. He is so much softer in general. The way he speaks, the way he thinks about the world, the way he wants to save, the way he wants to protect, the way he wants to be that person. It's not all about showing public displays of strength. Strength comes in different ways. That softness, that ability to care for other people and to save, just like he did at the end here, is also strength. But anyways, that performance of Sam there as Lestat de Lyoncourt, like he is so he feels so deeply, and there's a lot on him here. I think we're learning more and more about how passionate he is about Louis and all of that. He loves him like so carnally, so in a way where he said a couple of times, like, it's me and you, we'll have 10,000, 100,000 nights. He agreed in this episode. They're dealing with the whole jealousy thing. We're having this thing with Miss Brown, and him doing that. Him saying, he said it was just about food. It was just about him wanting her carnally, and like in that way, he didn't care for her at all. That's how he separates it in his mind. It's funny because this episode sort of speaks about open relationships and sort of how sometimes they can work for people and sometimes they can't. And in this case, you can see that it doesn't work, even though that they said that. And why doesn't it work? Because there's not full communication at the beginning, right? He said it was okay. Lestat said it was okay. It doesn't matter. You can do what you want. I'll do what I want. But it wasn't defined that, hey, I truly love you, and everything else I'm doing outside, it's never just going to be anything related to love. I just see them as objects and tools to fulfill some, desire, like want. Whereas for him and meeting that friend of his, Jonah, it was more than that. This was somebody he knew from back then. This was somebody he was exploring. He had explored things, but it was at a very younger age. So there were so many memories there, tender memories, and you can see that with that in the way that they related to each other. That was a well shot couple of scenes, or two scenes between them. Just the way they looked at each other, there was something so pure about it. You could just tell there was history without them talking about it, and kind of longing there, like in a way, like, oh, if if things were different in another world, we could have been together in a different way. We could have had many more experiences. You know what I mean? There was just something there and that understanding between them, and then it led to where it did. And then we're never really shown, Lestat there, but then of course it's revealed that of course he's there, of course he followed, of course he's always watching, and we see that this episode when he was with Miss Brown. He's always looking at him. This idea of I transformed you, I made you. He's like, I'm your God. I'm also your mentor. I'm your teacher. I'm your lover. I'm your everything. And Lestat likes it that way. He likes to be in that position where he knows more. He he has that kind of power over him, which is what sort of Daniel Malloy was referring to. It's kind of this very this alludes to grooming in many ways. Like he says, abuse, and like you are so in that world that you don't even see what is there. Because of sort of like a Stockholm syndrome, that you're a prisoner in all of this. You were transformed. You were so vulnerable the night that you were transformed. Your brother had just died and your whole life was kind of unraveling. Your mom was just blamed you for it, and you blamed yourself for it too. Everything was falling apart, and that was the same night that Lestat comes barreling in, just with the whole display, all of that. What do you think is going to happen? Of course you're going to say yes. Of course you're going to, like, you're at his mercy. Like, you're terrified. And so there was, there's a lot of that emotion mixed in there, and kind of a fractured mind as well from the very beginning. So he's too close to the source of the thing, the trauma, the traumatic moment. I don't think he's fully passed or gotten through that night. Because he's right there beside the person who ushered him into it. And with all the teaching and everything like that, it's still, he needs some distance from it to fully, as he says, understand who he is, or, be born again into this world. He's not that vampire. He's not the same person, as Lestat. But Lestat just says, you are this creature. You are now this creature. And as this creature, this is how, your life is going to be. But it's like, no, no, there is more to it for me. And a different way that I look at it than you do. So that's still the sort of battle here that's going on between them. And Lestat sort of mocks him and jokes around and sort of entertains it for him. He's like, okay, sure. I think he's still treating him like this fledgling, or of course, the age difference, the experience difference. And he's sort of, okay, I'll entertain your little sort of, oh yeah, sure, I'll eat rats and cats and run around, knowing fully well that that's not going to satiate you. That's not going to fill you up. You know what I mean? Like, he's not going to say, see, you okay? He's like, you're a vegetarian, but this is not even that. It's like even more, where he's fully not getting any much from that, as he says. So, he's sort of, I think, thinking like, eventually you get over this. This is sort of infancy things. But as Louis has pointed out, it's more than that for him. He's staunchly this way. So yeah, this was a very kind of peering back and seeing a lot of them sort of growing apart as Louis continues to grow and experience life as a vampire, and as his social circle, his family falls apart. Look at that moment at the home with his sister, with the mom, all of that. He hadn't seen them for so long. Now he comes back, looking even more like, again, as you said, he's still looking young. He's still glowing, and everybody else is growing up. He's never around during the day. It's all this devilish things, demonic sort of behavior. And then, of course, he just lashes out. So that part is already, damage there has already been done. And so, he's everything is falling apart around him. And then it's like, I think the idea is, okay, cling to Lestat, because Lestat is the one person that understands what's going on, and that's the only person he has. What a harsh reality. Your whole life is falling apart, and the one person that understands what you're going through and you can fully talk to is the same person who transformed you. It's the same person who's your teacher and mentor, but also has a sort of vision for you, and also which involves killing people. It's so twisted. So I really appreciate Daniel Malloy calling him out there in an interview and being like, what is that? Like, you're sort of blinded or whatever by this. And that's why you can see a lot of it too. They talked about the Odyssey, and that was an interesting thing. It was sort of saying, look at how much his version of describing Lestat over the years has changed, has flip-flopped around, and I think now he's appreciating it differently. I think that's what he's saying right now, that he's now telling the story fully. He's being able to see it properly after so many years. And I think we'll get into more and more of what changed and how he truly feels right now, present day, about Lestat. But yeah, I started this by saying Sam Reed doing such a great job. Jacob, such a good job with those scenes together. Their scenes together are so good. But also Sam, like when he performed, when he took over the piano playing and he was performing for everyone. To feel a scene like that is so impressive. You really do feel, you really do feel. Like understanding the character of Lestat de Lioncourt is somebody who knows so much, has experienced so much, understands a lot about human beings over the years, haven't been one himself, but so far a way ago that he's almost like a memory for him, like a harsh memory. And now fully understanding all these things about art and culture and people, but again, almost in some ways, not fully understanding. For example, people like Louis, like he thinks he fully understands him, but there's so much there that he doesn't truly appreciate because he doesn't walk in his shoes and he doesn't fully understand. Again, he's been there the whole time, but he hasn't been there the whole time in some ways. You know what I mean? It's like you watch from a different perspective, a big perspective, and I think in some ways he thinks not in many ways he thinks the things that humans care about, the little things, are just like why care about this? It's all like insignificant stuff, but that's what makes you a human being. It's all the tiny little insignificant stuff all coming together. That's humanity. It's all insignificant stuff. So you know what I mean? In the grand scheme of the world, the whole thing is like when we joke about it and say, like, if you go out in the universe and look down, you realize everything is so insignificant and we're all like tiny little specks. And it's like, yeah, that exactly it is. That our lives are all tiny little specks. But that's why they're important to us, because that's what we know, that's what we have. But yeah, anyways, so this episode was really it's so passionate. So passionate. I love how they're building the intensity of the storyline. We're going through the storyline of his life, his transformation, his understanding of himself. We're introducing new layers, new elements into his life. By the same time, those are coming at odds with Lestat, his relationship there. We're going through that as well. How they're drifting apart, how they're understanding each other, looking at each other differently. There was a lot of awe and respect and admiration at the beginning, from Louis to Lestat. He was like this creature, glowing in the dark and strong will, didn't care, wanted him so bad. And now he looks at him like, you kill people every day. Like, what? You know what I mean? It's like you just murder people when they do have a bad performance in the tenor. You just kill them, and you don't care. I think that's how he sees him now, amongst many things. He loves him. He still has this idea of him as a teacher, as a mentor. He's still somebody he can talk to openly and freely, unlike anyone else in the world, who can truly understand what he's going through. But he also still sees him as this, like, he's a cold-blooded killer and he doesn't care, about those things. That's not important to him. It's just a twisted relationship. I just love the storytelling here, and what they're doing with the characters. There's just so much there. But Lestat is scary to me. That with that level, when someone's that passionate, that when it's like a lover who just like, he comes to your house, goes to your house, and like he's under the bed. It's like, I'm here. Puts a listening device and a camera. It's like that's Lestat. He doesn't have a camera. He doesn't have the technology yet. But when it comes closer, like now in modern day, there's a camera in that Dubai house. If Lestat is alive still, I don't know. There's a camera. There are devices. What's his name? Rashid is working for Lestat. That's what he's using these days. He's that level of obsessed and everything. So I'm worried about it. But yeah, this episode was fire. This story is just getting just more and more engaging, and I love it. Well, thanks for watching. See you on the next episode.